What's popping, Real Reds? Welcome to the review of the game. Manchester United 2, Everton 0. And actually, quite a nice performance, to be fair. There was a lot of positives to take out of that, a couple of negatives, which were kind of out of our hands. But yeah, Shreyas, I'll go to you first. First and foremost, welcome to the review.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that game? Who impressed you individually? Just chat to me about it.
I think one of the obvious players I would say would be Bruno Fernandes. I think
Hmm.
he was very, very influential in this game.
Yeah.
Once again, a workhorse everywhere on the pitch, and the way he conducted and dictated the pace of the game as well was really good. I think Anthony had a decent game as well. I think he looked much more sharper, much more aggressive, and he looked much more confident. Whenever he was trying to progress forward or link up with Wan-Bissaka, it looked like there is something going on, and he looked much more confident while he was attacking in the box. And yeah, I think except that, mm, mm, you know the team had a much better performance, like more than 5 to 6 players, I would say. They looked like a well-oiled machine. It looked like they had chemistry between them. Sabitzer looked good as well,
Yeah.
playing much more advanced once again. I think he looked much sharper. I think he was able to express himself quite well, having Bruno sit behind him. I think Bruno once again in that deeper role was able to play really well. Anthony Martial coming on and scoring once again against Everton, Everton being one of his favorite teams to actually score
Yeah.
against. He came on and he got the goal. So yeah, I think overall it looked like a much better team performance. Like if you compare it to the game we had against Brentford and the game we had against Newcastle, I think this is one of the best games, I would say, by far, in comparison to both of them games. And now we've got Casemiro coming in. Eriksen came on for a few minutes as well, so probably he'll be getting more minutes gradually. He'll be getting more and more into the squad. Sancho seems to be getting more game time, and he looks to be progressing quite well. I think he's game by game, it's starting to show as well. So yeah, hopefully by the time the next couple of games go by, we'll have a much more solid unit on the bench as well, with players like Sabitzer, Eriksen, Sancho.
Mm.
Yeah, and Casemiro coming back is absolutely a big boost for the Spain.
Yeah. A lot of options, isn't there, now? It seems like more
Yeah,
like with Ericsson coming back into the fold, Martial hopefully staying fit. It's very exciting times.
yeah,
Sam, after the Brentford game, we was discussing one with that. There was a lot of chance creation. I think we had 13 shots in the first half, but we just couldn't put any away. And it felt like that similar, didn't it? This first half, like how many fucking shots did we have that we just missed? It's just like you're pulling your hair out, aren't you?
It's the old adage, isn't it? Who's the best goalkeeper in the world? It's whoever's playing in the opposition at Old Trafford.
Absolutely.
Just every
Absolutely.
single time it happens.
Yeah.
I think I said to my girlfriend, do you remember the Ammonia goalkeeper who hadn't played a game for like 2 years?
Yeah.
And then he just had the game of his life against us, and we just
Yeah.
couldn't score. And I think we got a penalty in the end, didn't we, to actually win the game? And it's just like, that's what happens every time we play someone, and their goalkeeper has an absolute worldie, and it is what it is, sadly. I think a lot of the opportunities we could have done better with him. There was a Rashford opportunity, I remember, where he could have put it either side. It's a goal within the opening minutes. A couple of times Anthony hit it straight at Pickford, which, again, you've got to put it either side of him, make it count. So I think, yeah, if we put away the opportunities that we had in that game, I think it's a 4-0, 5-0 game, innit? Like, it's an absolute whitewash of a game. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way, and we could have done with it, to be honest, because of our goal difference is shocking. We need the goals. So, especially if it comes down to Newcastle, we're on the same amount of points, and it comes down to goal difference. It's important. So, yeah, I think we could have done a lot better with that. But win's a win. Got 3 points. People coming back. The only worry is the Rashford injury. That's worrying. It's very, very, very worrying, because it did not look good. Didn't look good at all.
No, it looks so, didn't it? But then Scholes as well at the same time. Like, I know Rashford's a little bit like that, so maybe it's precaution. But I don't know. Hopefully, it's not bad, but it is nice to have options again. Just in that game, 29 shots, 11 on target, 10 off target, and then 8 block shots as well, I believe. So a lot of chance creation. Anthony himself should have put about four away. Some of them were like really easy chances.
Hat trick.
Yeah, Rashford could have had a couple. Like, there was a lot of chance creation, as I keep saying.
Sabitzer.
How important was it? Sabitzer as well, yeah. And they got a fantastic assist, by the way. That little chip.
What a ball that was to Bruno.
Oh, on his weak foot. And I was like, oh my God. So, yeah, there's lots of opportunities. But one opportunity we have grabbed, Shreyas, is the top, not top 4. It's not definite. But if you look at, you've got Brentford who are playing Newcastle. You've got Spurs who are playing Brighton, and you've got Liverpool who are playing Arsenal. That it's key to get these 3 points today, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think, especially Newcastle coming up against Brentford. I think that could be a game where they might slip up. Brentford have been decent. I think against us as well in the second half, they looked much more in rhythm in comparison to the first half. So probably they could take a point off Newcastle, and if they do, then we're 2 points clear of Newcastle in third position. And I think Arsenal versus Liverpool. I hope they bash Liverpool. But yeah, uh, I think Liverpool is out of the conversation. Like they are in the Conference League competition now. That's how I'll just treat them. At least till the time it is certain, I'll treat them as Conference League competitors. But yeah, except that I think Spurs definitely. I think they are a team that might still be able to cause certain issues. They might not make top four, but certain teams that could just cause you troubles by just being in that fifth or sixth slot. I think Spurs are one of those teams. And yeah, except that I think Newcastle are the prime competitors for us. And like you mentioned earlier on as well, that it is a good thing that we just have to rely on ourselves winning games in order to make it into third position. So till the time we are doing it, we'll be comfortable in that top four slot. And yeah, hopefully Newcastle step up today.
Yeah, we were discussing the situation, weren't we? We just put a poll out on the YouTube. We've got 14 people in the chat. Get your comments in. Don't be shy.
Yep.
Let us know your thoughts on the game, your man of the match. We're going to go through the ratings towards the end, A to F. Make sure you mark yours with that same kind of structure and get your comments in as we go through the conversations. Mctominay scores our first goal, Sam. Absolutely blasts it in the net. Thoughts on that goal? Fantastic assist from Sancho, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sancho looked a lot more confident, I think, this game.
I agree.
He seemed like he was full of beans, full of just thing. His touch, little off at times, but I think that will come with time. I think he'll get that back eventually as he plays more and more games, as he's more integral to the team. I think the forward line suits him better. Him, Rashford, Anthony, Bruno. I think that's a lot better for him. He has people he can play off, an intricate play when you've got Vegas.
Even Sabitzer as well, Sam. In that 10 as well.
Yeah, Sabitzer as well.
Sabitzer.
I thought Sabitzer was underrated. I thought he might have been man of the match candidate. I thought he was really, really good.
It was good.
Yeah.
So I think Sancho looked a lot better. Nice little slide in pass. We got a bit of space behind. Weirdly, Everton were playing with such a high line, weren't they? They were playing so high up, and we were just getting in behind him repeatedly, over and over again, just constantly. I think even De Gea put Anthony in at one point, didn't he? Which shocked the life out of me. So that little slide in pass from Sancho, absolutely loved. Scott McTominay, and he's been in goal scoring form for Scotland and just absolutely smashes it past Jordan Pickford. And it's the first time I think we got past him in that game because everything else he seemed to be saving. But yeah, really good team goal. That really good team goal.
Yeah, I thought we'll touch on Bruno Fernandes specifically in a second, but just off that first half, 21 shots, 6 on target. Everton had 5 but 0. They obviously had that big opportunity, though, didn't they, with that Ellis Sims, who, if he had a bit of shooting boots on, that could have been a bit dangerous. Shah Sam's in the chat, a real red ultra. If you want to do that, click the join button next to the notification bell. He's saying, is a coincidence when Bruno's playing deeper, the attack seems more fluid. And that's it, innit, Shreyas, because he has the eye of the needle. He can pick it up and he can either spray it out wide or he can link up combinational play in the midfield. And I think even when you saw Christian Eriksen come on in the second half, the amount of fluidity you saw between each player. Martial as well helps, because he links up with play. It was really nice to see that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think all these players are able to complement each other really well. And I think Bruno as well, I think he has that chemistry with all of these players, whether it's Antony, whether it's Rashford, whether it's Martial, and having Eriksen back, I think it provides him with much more freedom and much more space to actually work with. And like I mentioned, and we've seen as well that Eriksen has that vision as well. Like we speak about Bruno switching up the play, Bruno having that vision for making that pass. Eriksen has that too. So it opens up the slot for versatility when you have Eriksen in that lineup as well in that midfield. And yeah, I think Bruno definitely, we've seen it before as well, that when Bruno is not on the pitch, the drop-off is visible. When he's not functioning in this midfield, we see that, there is a quality drop-off. And he's just shown that, right now he's indispensable to this team.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think on... Oh, give us your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes as well, Sam. I want everyone to kind of chip in on this. He was fantastic in that deeper role today, wasn't he?
Yeah, he seemed really at home with it. He seemed to be able to sort of put stuff together. His passing was fantastic. I think Sabitzer in that number 10 was something I didn't know he was that good at, but he seemed to be. Yeah. He seemed to get in the box quite a lot, and then he'd drop back and get hold of the ball, but then he'd do the 1-2 touch with like a Rashford or an Anthony or a Sancho, and he'd be able to sort of play in between like that. But then he was also able to get back. I thought Bruno was really good coming back as well with the tackling and playing that side of things. He did really well with that. There was a tackle, I remember they were on the attack on their right-hand side, our left-hand side, and he got back and slid in, took the ball out, stops that attack. So I think... Yeah, I thought Bruno was really, really good. Again, another candidate for man of the match. I thought he was fantastic in what he did. Really solid. No stupid passes this time. No petulance and complaining about shit. He was just absolutely on it. Captain's which is weird because he's not the captain today, but he put in a captain's performance.
So, exactly. Yeah, he led the team.
Go figure. But yeah, I thought he did really. I thought our midfield, I was really worried about it, especially with Mctominay and Maguire. But I thought our midfield did really well. I thought it was excellent today.
Yeah. Oh, you mentioned the captain there, and I know Maguire gets pelters a lot of the time, and even before the game started and kicked off, people were just giving him shit, saying, I can't believe he's starting, what an absolute calamity, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Like, you know, I get why people are frustrated with him. Same thing with McTominay, like after the Newcastle game. But I thought McTominay was good today, and I thought Maguire was good today. What was your assessment of Maguire in the back line?
Yeah, I think the basic thing is that all the fans know what you can expect from them on the pitch. But you know, before the game starts, just try and fill them up with confidence, so they that at least they have a half decent game. At least they don't make the mistakes that they usually do, because sometimes confidence can just do a lot of wonders. Especially for a football player. Like you know that there are certain flaws in their game, but sometimes just having that push, it especially from the fans, it does give them that push. So I think Maguire, I think in comparison, I think if you have to look at it, he's had his best game of the season, Maguire, this game. And you can say the same for McTominay as well. I think both of them, they pretty much played their best games of the season.
Better than City.
We needed...
McTominay, was it the City game where he had an absolute blinder and he kept Casemiro out? Arsenal. Yeah, I think that was his best game, I think.
Yeah, but I think overall, I think both of them being in that squad together, I think this was pretty much their best showing in the past 6 months. And we needed that as well, because with Casemiro being out, with Eriksen just coming back now, we needed McTominay to step up. We needed Maguire to step up as well, because because Luke Shaw was out, and we didn't have Varane either in this game. So Maguire had to play this game, and he was able to do the job for us. So I think definitely, you can look at it and say that in certain games where we do lack depth, where we do lack players, or when they're not fit enough, or when they're out injured, you need these players to step up. And today they were able to do that, and we got the 3 points. And both of them, I think they had a much better showing as to what they have been performing in the past few games.
Yeah, it was the precision with the passing, the tempo and the precision just between each other was just absolutely spot on. And it's also important to provide perspective as well in it, Sam. Like Sam says there, Maguire was okay today. He was not under much pressure from the Everton attack. It's not like they had Erling Haaland there or they had anyone like that.
There was one moment, I think the ball comes across and he's caught in the middle and he has to get across, because obviously Wan-Bissaka had pushed up and he has to get across.
Gray,
and he doesn't get across in time. And that's his flaw. He has no pace whatsoever. And because he doesn't scan, he doesn't know Demarai Gray's there. Because if he scans, because obviously like Lissandro isn't massive. He's decent, but he's not massively quick, is he? Varane is not. He's quick, but he's not like sprinter quick. But because they scan and they know where each player is, they can put themselves in the correct position, so they don't have to make that run. Whereas Maguire doesn't do that, and that's what cost him in the end. If his scanning ability was just a little bit better, he'd be able to put himself in the right position, so he doesn't have to make that recovery run, which he can't do, and he's not quick enough to do, and he get caught out by Demarai Gray. Luckily, it doesn't result in a goal, but that's moments like that. That's why he doesn't play in games against like quick teams or teams that play with really sort of fast forwards. I can imagine like him against Mbappe being an absolute travesty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that you have to worry about, but. This is the sort of game you chuck him in for, isn't it? This is the game you throw him in for. And Everton, who are a physical presence, they like crossing into the box, as we know, and that's the way they like to play. So that's the sort of game you play him. I don't mind if you want to chuck him into games like this. It's when we play an Arsenal a City, Liverpool, etc. When you play Maguire, that's when I have a problem. But yeah, did solid. Apart from that one moment, I thought he was fine. He did an all right job.
Well, likewise with a lot of the other players in the squad who came in today, whether it was substitution, whatever it was, Malacia filling in for Luke Shaw, who I thought was really good as well. Like, very exciting on that left-hand side. Good link-up play with Sancho. Everybody's going to have to chip in now. We saw, I'll touch on the second goal in a minute. I just want to touch on the Rashford injury as well. We saw Rashford go down. I think Maguire went down towards the end of the game. So these players that are coming in, Martial, hopefully can stay fit. Just a bit of pushing into that position. Maybe Bruno could start to rotate, to fill in for whoever. It's important in it that these lads start chipping in now towards the end of the season, because the games that we've got, we're pushing for Europa League, pushing for the FA Cup, and pushing to stay in the top four. Have we got that last push in us now, do you think, Treyas?
Yeah, I think we all know that, Ten Hag isn't going to, take any competition non-seriously. And we've seen that, how seriously he takes these sort of competitions. And if you talk about the FA Cup, we are, in a very good position to win it. Like, we could go past Brighton. We could, I think if we go past Brighton, I think we'll face City in the final. So, yeah, I think considering now we've got Eriksen coming back, considering we've got Casemiro coming back as well, you've already got Sabitzer in that midfield. Bruno is, back to his he's back to his best. He's leading the team from the front. And, hopefully Rashford isn't out for long. Hopefully it's nothing major. Yeah, because I think our whole, even though Martial is back, he's playing well. You cannot expect Martial to play 5 games, in a run for us.
Exactly.
You can't expect that from him. You expect that from Marcus Rashford. You can't expect that of Anthony Martial. And we've seen, if you see who scored the most goals for us this season, you've got Rashford. And then you look at the second person, the difference is just too high. So, when Rashford is in that team, you've got a big hole. And I think if Rashford is there, even if, he can play out of the 10 games, if he can feature for us in the 7 games, I think we can make that push. But if Rashford is out, I think that's when we'll have a big problem when it comes to scoring goals.
Yeah, it was worrying when it's Sam Rashford going off, but before he did go off, the assist for Anthony Martial, the broken man, I'm sure somewhere around England, Chippy's poured a pint over someone celebrating that goal. What was your thoughts on that? It was a tap-in, wasn't it, to be fair, but it's nice for him to get on the score sheet, isn't it?
Again, Everton's his favourite team, isn't it? He loves scoring against Everton every single time.
Yes,
that never misses. But again, this was what he was doing before he had the injury issues. This is what he was doing, wasn't it? He was coming on and he was scoring a goal. And that's what he was doing. He was consistently scoring goals. And we've always said this. His talent is undeniable. His goal-scoring ability is undeniable. When he's on form and when he's fit, he'll score. Like that. It's as simple as that. It's just his fitness has always been the question. His form, that's always been the question. I'm hoping now, obviously Ten Hag is still not seeing him fit enough to start, but he's seeing him to drip feed him in. So hopefully the next game, maybe he gets 45 minutes, maybe gets the second half against Sevilla or something like that, and then after that he gets a start, and then we bring him off after 70 minutes. Maybe that's how we do it, and so we can eventually get him to do 90 minutes, because I don't believe he's completed 90 minutes in this entire season. No. So
you're probably right.
It will be it's interesting, and hopefully we can get him in the team regular again, because obviously with Rashford being out, we're going to need people in, and we're going to need people to fill in. But yeah, fantastic goal, nice easy tap in. It's what you want from a number 9, innit? Right place, right time, put it in the back of the net. Like Haaland scores how many of them a season? Do you know what I mean? That's all he does, and
about 40.
Nobody's calling him a tap-in merchant, are they? So it's that's what you want. It doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they go in. That's all I care about. And it was good team goal, nice little link up. It was a good team goal. I think, Martial, hopefully he's back in the team sooner rather than later, because if Rashford's out for a while, we're going to need somebody up front, because I don't want Weghorst. Again, like Weghorst, but I don't want him starting again for us. No, really don't want to start.
I have to agree with that. I think Martial, whenever he has played, this is the irritating thing, isn't it? Whenever he has played, he gets goals and he gets assists. Yeah. But he's never there. It's available. If he was fully fit this season, I absolutely believe he would be on the same.
Maybe second.
And he'd be the same numbers as Rashford, or close to him at least. getting near
I
the
think at
20
least
mark.
20-25 goals. Yeah, definitely.
Honestly, I really do, because anytime he's come on 20 minutes, he's consistent with it. If you look at his like actual scoring frequency and goal contributions, it's right up there, but it's just never. That's the annoying thing. And Ten Hag must be so like frustrated with that. What can we take away from this game now, Shreyas, going into that Sevilla game on Thursday? I believe we're at home first, aren't we? And then we play Sevilla away.
Yeah.
So what can we take from that game? What positives can we take, and who's in mind to maybe start that game? Individuals you're impressed with?
I think the positive that we can take out of this game is that, even if we don't have, like our best players on the field, we can actually, dictate the game. We can actually play really good football. And, hopefully in the Sevilla game, I think the Sevilla game should just be a booster for this team to actually cement their places in both competitions. I think we've been playing very well against Spanish opponents. We've beaten Sociedad, we've beaten Barcelona, we've beaten Betis. Now we're coming up against Sevilla, who are they're
dog
just
shit.
terrible this
Don't
season.
be around
They've
the
just
bush.
they've just got a new manager though, so new manager bounce again.
Potentially.
Yeah, but they're just. I think we'll easily beat them. I think we can get past Sevilla really easily. We've had a good record against Spanish teams this season, and hopefully we could be seeing some new faces in the team, probably against Sevilla. Probably you could see Eriksen getting more minutes. Probably Ten Hag would be looking to get him back to full fitness and full sharpness, and I think Sevilla could be the best game for that, to actually put Eriksen in. I still don't think that Martial would be starting that game, because
I agree.
I think right now Ten Hag is working with, and just trying to make him that player who can at least play 30 minutes for us every single game, because I think even if Martial is there for 30 minutes, he can make a difference in that in that team. He can make a difference in the way we play, and the difference between him and Weghorst is just it's just levels apart. So even I think right now the biggest positive would be that Martial right now is back. He's in good form. He has just scored a goal. Hopefully he can avoid any major injury or any injury at all. Till the remainder of the season, because I still think if Martial is fit till the remainder of the season, we might be actually able to win both the Europa League as well as the FA Cup, because he just provides much more fluidity up top if you have to compare it to Weghorst. So yeah, and hopefully Pellistri gets some time against Sevilla.
He couldn't go one stream. They're like polar opposites, aren't they? Like Weghorst, always available, can't score for shit. Martial, never available, but every time he plays, he scores. It's just like
it was like the Maguire and Varane conundrum last season. Like,
can we just combine the two, please? Like, can we get somewhere in between? Like, fucking hell.
That's it. We've had loads of new people joining this stream. I'm guessing new people maybe coming over from TikTok, double figures in the chat, etc. Please do subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, and if you want to become a Real Red Ultra, which is a membership, you get exclusive content every single Monday, a badge next to your name, and maybe a chance to feature on the show as well. Click the join button next to the notification bell and subscribe, as we said. Sam Casemiro's back for Thursday. Eriksen should be back, like nearly a full 90 minutes, maybe. Are you confident ahead of that tie now?
Yeah, Sevilla, like you said, they've not been great this season, have they? They've lost their manager because of their form and stuff like that. So I think it should be a decent win. We're at home. Our record at home has been near flawless. I think we've lost one game, so I think we should be fine. And again, like you said, we can rotate people in and out now because Casemiro's back, Eriksen's back, Martial seems fit. Sancho seems confident, so we should be able to bring players in and out, which is nice. Last year's playing well as well, so
I really liked Martial.
Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he was really good. So we shouldn't miss Luke Shaw too much on Thursday either if he's still not fit. I figure Varane will be back Thursday since he didn't play today. So I think he'll be back Thursday. So yeah, I'm confident going into Thursday. I think it'll be a nice, not easy win, but it'll be a nice solid win and book our place into the semi-final, another one, and let's keep rolling.
Have we got any Spanish teams left in the Europa League?
No, Sevilla's the last one.
Sevilla's the last. Who are we going to play in the semi-finals then?
They're just going to bring Real Madrid in, just to play.
Yeah, just the shits and giggles, just to kind of.
They're the only ones left.
Yeah, right. Let's do the ratings then. Like I said, there's numerous people in the chat joining with us. We could do A to F rating for each player. Mark your score in the comment section as we go through them. So David De Gea, clean sheet. Didn't really have much to do. I can't remember him making any groundbreaking saves. So I'd say just above average for me with David De Gea, maybe a C+.
Yeah, C plus. Solid, didn't clean sheet, and I think I don't remember him making a save of note. So
yeah, agree. Treyas with your boy David.
Yeah, definitely. I think he didn't really have to do much in this game, and overall he didn't make any mistakes either. So yeah, I think I'll go with the C as well.
First game we haven't mentioned his distribution at all.
Also, no, he did make a good pass into Anthony over the top.
Yeah.
And he had Anthony should have scored, and he did make a good ball. So I will give him credit for that. I thought he was you know what? Fuck it, give him a B- for that. I don't care.
Just for that. Just for that. Yeah. All right, we'll go B-. We're being nice today, being generous because we've got a good result and most of the players played well. Wan-Bissaka's not far from that either, lads. I think he's really good on that right-hand side. We keep saying this discussion about Dalot, is it Wan-Bissaka? I think Wan-Bissaka's better than him at the minute. I do. Yep. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. Now, that could always turn and change and people could drop, but I think Wan-Bissaka's in the same bracket, lads.
Yeah. I think he had a really good game. I think he looked really sharp. Like, whenever he was trying to attack as well, I think he played really well alongside Anthony as well. Like, the way they were, on the overlap and the underlap runs that both of them were making, I think they looked really fluid. And I think that's what you want. And probably, Delo sees that and it, motivates him to actually level up his game.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
No,
so,
I'm with you. I think the only reason he didn't play last two games is because he was ill. I think Wan-Bissaka starts those last two games if he wasn't sick. So I think he's B-. I thought he was really, really good. Solid.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Charles Sam's agreeing, both De Gea and Wan-Bissaka B. So B gets you know what I'm saying. Harry Maguire in the back line. Look, people might disagree with me on this. Adam's saying Maguire C+. I'll give him a B-. Me, I thought he was good today. I didn't see anything wrong with him. He was, apart from the situation Sam mentioned, I thought he was pretty solid. Really good on the ball, like spraying out wide, really good as well. Reading the game, won his aerial duels. I would give him a B-. But lads, it's whatchamacallit.
I'll probably go. I'm happy if Shreyas wanted to go B-. I'm not going to argue it. I'd probably go with C+ just because I think he's susceptible with the balls in behind and stuff like that. I'll go with C+, but I'm not going to argue.
Same.
Okay, C+. Let us know, guys, in the chat. Keep putting him in. Lissandro, are we giving him a B? What he gets every single game?
B+. Like B+. He's fucking great. Like, when was the last? I think he's had one shit game or one below average game this season.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, he's literally, I don't remember him making a mistake. His passing was fantastic. His tackling was on point, and he did what he needed to do. He's excellent.
On the ball, he's unbelievable. His passing is just so crisp. Like, he's press resistant as well. Like, he gets mithered by 3-4 Everton physical.
He just goes hard, don't he? Fuck off. Just fuck off.
Yeah, he just goes, no, it's in a bit, go this way. Like, he must be a nightmare in training to deal with because you can't get the ball off him. So, B+ for Lissandro, all in agreement, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, B+.
Cool. Malacia, I'd actually give a B. I thought Malacia was fucking super impressive today. Really impressed me on that left-hand side. Bombing up and down. Tenacious in the tackle.
Yeah.
Very aggressive. He is the pit bull, and I would give him a B.
I'd give him a B. I thought he's proper aggressive on it. Made some great passes. Ran forward, linked up well with Sancho. He had a couple of shots as well, didn't he, Malacia, as well?
Yeah, could have scored a goal.
Could have scored. So, B. I thought he was really, really good. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Going smooth. I like it. Shah Sam saying Martinez B+, Martinez B, Martinez, nothing new. Yeah, that's what he does. It's what he does.
That's just his grade. If he does anything worse, then he's less. But if he does anything better, that's just what he is.
That's what he is. That's standard level in it for him. Scotty Too Hotty getting the goal. It's got to count for something. Actually, really good today. Again, as well. Another one. It's nice to say everyone were not. I can't remember what game it was. What game was it where we gave everyone below a D? Can you remember, Sam?
Oh God.
Liverpool?
It might have been. Was it Liverpool? Oh yeah, it had to be Liverpool, wasn't it?
I remember that. What was the game where we gave Weghorst an F recently?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that game. I can't
remember.
No,
but everyone else was all right. But
was it Newcastle?
Yeah, but Weghorst was fucking terrible.
Yeah, terrible. So it's nice. It's nice to give. What would we give Scott McTominay today, fellas?
I'd say B-. He got a goal. Played well. Made some good tackles. Made some good things. There was a couple of moments where he got pushed off the ball, and you're 6'4", Scott, and you're a fucking unit. use your strength, use your body, like push people away, and he got shoved off, which was a bit weak. But like other than that, I thought solid performance, way better than Newcastle, like way better than Newcastle.
We're much better. Yeah,
and he was good against Brentford as well, wasn't he, Shreyas? To be fair to him.
I think for his standards, McTominay is overperforming. If you look at the way he actually plays for us, so yeah, I agree with Sam on that.
I'd go B personally. I think if you guys want to go with B minus, I'd go with B because I thought it was good. But maybe I'm just being kind today. I don't know. I'm in a good mood.
Chivvy's saying agreed B from last year. Enjoyed the beef he had with Gray all game.
Yeah, but he stands up to it, innit? Like his height, he's a monster of like mentality. He's just aggressive as fuck, and I love it. Chivvy's saying Scott B as well. Chivvy's saying McNine, lol. Yeah, he's getting goals. It's contributing. That's what we want. And I think Bruno, we'll touch on Bruno in a second, but a very unselfish role to let the other two get forward as well, because he was probably dying to get forward and dying to get involved with the action.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy with him. So you two guys going with a B minus for McTominay? Just double checking. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you give Sabitzer then?
I give him a B plus. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought he was excellent. I thought he was our best player against Brentford, but I thought he stepped up a level here. Some of his intricate one-on-one, one-touch passing with Sancho and stuff like that. He had about 4 shots as well. Probably should have scored a goal.
Yeah.
I thought he's hugely influential, especially in that number 10 position. I thought he's a very, very good player, and arguably he's a candidate for man of the match a bit. So I thought he was fantastic. So I'll go with B plus.
I'll go with a B myself. I thought he was impressive, but I didn't think he was on Bruno's level, in my opinion. Shreyas, what would you suggest?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I think if you compare it to Bruno, I think he wasn't that good, but definitely I think Sabitzer was very, very influential today. He played a very, very good, his role as a 10. I think he's able to suit that role pretty well, considering he was playing ahead of McTominay and Bruno. And I think Bruno was able to facilitate him quite well when he was advancing forward as well. And considering we might be able to sign him for just 20 or 15 million, I would go for Sabitzer. Like if he's being mentioned, around the price of a 15 or 20 million player, I think that is a bargain signing for the kind of player he is. Like he plays as an 8, he plays as a 6, he plays as a 10, and as a 10 and an 8, he has been performing really, really well for us.
I am starting to lean towards that now. This is a bit of signing if you get it for that price, because me and Tim were saying we're not really sure where he can operate, what he could do. We're starting to see that now in that number 10 role. Like Adam says, he looks better in the more advanced area. So it's a B plus from Shah Sam. His decision making might be the best in the team. And that's it in the important areas, like Sam said himself. 2 Sams in agreement there. So we'll go with a bit of B because obviously the democracy. Bruno, I'd give an A minus just because the pure unselfishness. I know how much he wants to get forward. I know how much he wants to link up play. He's all about that. He's a flair player. But being dropped into that deeper role today against Onana, Idrissa Gueye, and whoever else it was in the midfield for them, like I think he did a fantastic job. It was important to keep the cog turning when we got through the midfield. It's not flawless, but like I'm really impressed with him there. And if it wasn't for him being in that role, I think we could have struggled in the past 2 games because we tried McTominay there, we tried Sabitzer there, and it wasn't really working. So Bruno, I'd give an A minus too.
No, I agree. I think we found when Casemiro doesn't play, I think this is the combination we go for.
Yeah.
I think this is the one that works. Bruno in a deeper role, McTominay or Fred in that box to box, and then Sabitzer in the more advanced position. Or you could play Eriksen as well when he's available. So I think, he was flawless. I think everything he did was on point. His tackling, his passing ability, his ability to link play and drop deep and do the defensive dog work. And he wasn't petulant. He wasn't frustrated and shouting at the referee. Just got on with the game, which is what I'm always asking for him. So A minus for me as well. I thought he was very, very good and possibly man of the match candidate as well.
In Regista fashion one extra as the way he played, it was very like he was just accustomed to that role. I was super impressed.
Yeah, definitely. I think it is a very tough job to do, and we've seen players struggle doing that job. And considering we've been seeing Bruno Fernandes playing as a 10 for so many games, we've never really do this kind of a job for us in the past since he's signed. So for him to actually do that role against an Everton team who I would say have been in good momentum, I think he played a captain's performance pretty much today. Like he wasn't the captain, but he played a captain's performance today. I think he provides the platform for everyone ahead of him to actually play their game.
Maybe that's what he needs, just without the armband, just to put in a captain's performance. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? Because when he's not got it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Strange one. So A- for Bruno Fernandes, probably makes him man of the match. But get your man of the matches in the comment section if you thought it was anyone else. We'll happily discuss it. Anthony's a strange one, isn't it? I always feel weird rating him. We said this the exact same thing.
I thought he was better
last time.
I thought he was better.
He was better.
Yeah, he was
better, but the chances he missed, that game could have been done and dusted in the first half if you just put him away. And it was easy chances.
Like 3 or 4. Easy.
Yeah, they weren't hard chances where it was like on the right foot, last ditch kind of thing. They were very easy chances, and he needs to start converting them, because when we are talking about the attackers as a group contributing goals and assists, he's a massive part of that. And when he's missing chances like that, it's going to have an effect long term in the other games as well. Yeah. So that's what frustrated me. Whether that ranks him down or not, I don't know. I'm struggling, to be honest. I don't know. I'll leave this with you, lads, because I can't. I'd probably say C+, but I don't want to be too harsh.
I think if he puts away 2 or even 3 of those goals, he's man of the match, and we're raving about his performance, aren't we? Because I thought he did everything else correctly. He got back well and helped out Wan-Bissaka. He even put stuff in on his right foot. Like, I've seen it at least 3 times. When he ran at the defender, cut back and put it on his right foot. I saw it 3 times at least. So he was a lot better. But yeah, his finishing, that is so poor. Really, really poor. Like, he needs to put at least 1 or 2 of them away. Like you said, Nick, they were not hard chances to score. So yeah, I'd probably go with a B-. I think if he scores goals, he gets an A from me, but it's just, his finishing let him down, so I'll give him a B-.
Help us out in the chat, please, with Anthony's rating. What I get an overall view of this, see what people think, just to kind of get a thing there. Shreyas, would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think we've seen this so many times that, Anthony, he's getting in the right positions, he's making the right plays as well. It's just his finishing and his clinicality in front of goal that's been actually letting him down, because there have been numerous number of games, like the Betis game as well. He could have scored like a hat-trick in that game, but he wasn't able to because he just couldn't convert his chances. And I think overall, his game looked really well today. I think, game after game after game, if you actually analyze him, he's been getting better and better and better. He looks much more confident now if you have to compare it to, the performances he was putting a month ago. So definitely, there is an improvement in Anthony. And yeah, I'll actually give him B- because overall, we attacking wise, I think we could have definitely scored like 3 to 4 more goals today. I think we genuinely could have scored 3 to 4 more goals today, but we won the game. Our attackers look much more confident. We didn't see Anthony much more confident. If you look at his previous games, he looked much more hesitant. He seemed to be favoring his left foot a lot of times when he could have, just shifted the play or just gone in with the cross on his right. So definitely he's progressed, and hopefully by the time the season ends, he can add that finishing factor into his game as well, because the moment he puts that in, he's scoring a lot more goals.
Yeah, I do tend to agree with Adam as well. He says he keeps going for the far corner and its placement hit the strike with power. Yeah. Absolutely spot on. Again, I've been overruled.
Chivy's saying C, and Shah Samit is saying B-. Could have been A- if he scored. Yeah, I agree with Shah Samit.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've been overruled, so I said C+. I'll go with B-. Right, is Rashford in the same category? Because he had a lot of chances himself as well, didn't he? Where he could have put him away. Yeah. And was good on the ball, was running at players, linking up play. Things you expect from Marcus Rashford. Obviously, a shame for him to go off, but that's obviously not his fault. So would you give him a B- like Anthony?
Yeah,
but he got an assist.
I think I think he's in the same boat as Anthony. Like you said, loads of opportunities, hit it straight at the keeper. Yeah. Like, just put it either side. Put your foot through it, put either side. It's a goal every time. You hit it straight at the goalkeeper. It's so frustrating because it just makes it easy for him. You don't even have to know about it, and he's making the save. So I think, B- for me. Got the assist for thing. Obviously, it's a Woody. He's gone off injured. I'm hoping it's just like a slight muscle twinge and it's not a tear or it's not something more serious. And we can rest him against Sevilla and then hopefully get back for the FA Cup semi-final. Adam, we're good. This exactly what I thought, mate. Today's an example of why our goal difference is so low. We don't have that killer instinct. Finishing has been abysmal this season. Like, we could have blown teams away 4-5-0 if we wanted to, if we just finished more opportunities. So
agreed. So we all giving Marcus Rashford a B-. The last one. Did you mention about Rashford, Treyas? Did you speak about him? 'Cause I don't want to
I agree pretty much with everything because I think the only thing I would just say is that hopefully he's not out for long. Hopefully it's nothing major.
Right.
Yeah.
If you look at his goal contributions, he's the like levels above everybody
Apparently,
else. And we haven't.
Ten Hag, Adam's just put in chat. Ten Hag says it looks bad on the Rashford injury,
No,
which is not. Yeah,
that's not good. And we haven't even got Garnacho or someone dynamic.
We
and quick
haven't got Garnacho,
to run at him.
and the thing is, we haven't got anyone who can actually play that left wing and striker position now. Because Rashford, in most of the games he plays, he actually shifts into that striking position a lot of times. And if he is out, it means that we've got Garnacho out, we've got Rashford out, which means we're left with Sancho, we're left with Anthony, Weghorst, and Martial. So that's the 4 attackers we've got for 3 positions. Yeah, but
I don't know if he plays on the left though. That's the thing.
no, but if you could play Palestri on the right, and then you could have Sancho on the left.
What do you do with Anthony though?
Anthony's
played there.
Yeah.
And if Martial gets injured, then we are in a very, very, very bad position because then we've got practically no one to actually do that job for us.
Probably Bruno will end up playing over there. He seems to be playing everywhere at the minute. So
Bruno plays as false 9.
if you want a little bit more bad news as well, Tottenham has scored, so they're beating Brighton 1-0 currently.
Come on, Brighton, sort it out, man.
Yeah.
A bit extra there for you. Still long to go in that. And then the last rating of today's show, guys, is Mr. Jadon Sancho. Much better today as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like we're saying about a lot of players. I liked what I saw from today. The assist for McTominay's goal was really good. Really good. So he's going to be amongst the same as everybody else, I believe. B- maybe for Jadon.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'd agree. I thought his touch sometimes let him down, but I think that will come with time. I think the more games he seems to be getting, the more minutes, and playing with that front line when Weghorst is not in there, he seems to be a lot better. So Sancho, Anthony, Rashford, or Martial, some combination of that, it seems to work really, really well. And I just think, I think if we can keep playing him and his confidence come back, I think slowly he'll start to come back, hopefully. I don't think we'll see the best of Sancho till next season, probably, but
I agree.
It's a really promising performance, and I'll go with a B-. Adam is saying Sabitzer could play left wing. That'd be fucking interesting. Jesus Christ.
No, for Leipzig, he did. He played as a winger. He played as a 10 and as an 8, in fairness to him. But it could be anyone. It could be Bruno, Sabitzer, Martial, like Sancho. It could be fucking a number of people. Whoever it is who steps in, you need to be have a little bit of pace about him, I believe. Because if you've got Anthony on one wing and then a Sabitzer and Bruno on the other, where's the pace in behind? Where's the threat for that? That's one thing to worry about. But hopefully, I'm praying it's not too long for Marcus to be out, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll keep you up to date on that. Make sure you turn on the notifications on Instagram and Twitter, Real Reds Talk. Check us out over on there for regular updates on Manchester United, clips from the show, reels, really professional looking graphics, like the whole shebang going over there, and clips from the show on TikTok as well. The TikTok's booming off again. I'm doing lives on there as we do watch-alongs. A lot of you guys have come over from there as well, so thank you very much for that. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. That is the end of the review. And we win 2-0. Very nice. Another 3 points. Another step towards top 4. Looking fantastic. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And cheers for coming on, lads.
Yeah. Cheers. Nice little win. Just to finish with the poll, I put a poll in saying, do we finish in the top 3? 92% saying we finished 3rd. And then 8% are saying we finished 4th. So everybody's really positive.
A lot different to the poll I put at the start. Was saying, will we beat Everton? It was 50-50. And I was like, oh, pessimism here, isn't there? Jesus. But we won. That's all that matters. So, if anything breaks around the ownership situation, transfers will go live. Turn on the notification bell on YouTube as well, so it'll just remind you when we are going live as well. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. What a way to start Easter weekend or bank holiday weekend, whatever you want to call it. United start with a win. Take care of yourselves. Peace.